Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see so many lovely faces. It's been so long. I've just got you all on gallery view.
Hi.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad you got on, Phil. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. I'm all over the place this morning.
Tell us about it, so Matt. Right. Okay. I would be. I don't know. I'm trying to just wait for one more person. Yeah. So obviously, I haven't taught class in a few months since September, end of August, and I thought when first class I'll try some new technology. Right. So let's have a look on here. Who we got? So when the class starts, I'll put everybody on mute, but if you need to speak to us during the class, you can flick yourself off using Zoom. Is everyone all right with that? Yeah. Good. Okay. And did anyone who's using the playlist, did you get on all right? You don't have to. Have you managed to get it?
The playlist comes separately.
Yeah, it's on the email that I sent out.
Right, I'll have a look.
But you don't have to use it. It's just some people like music in the background, but on Zoom it's not very good picking up like a playlist like in the background. It really distorts the voice and stuff. So you might just want to play some of your own gentle music on it all.
I think I've not had this problem before.
If you've got Spotify and you haven't got the playlist, if you look for Love to Yoga, and I think it's Let Go and New Beginnings, the playlist is. So.
The Charlotte looks nice.
It does, doesn't it? Do you know what though? I came in this morning, and it smells so nice. Like,
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so it's still obviously with you guys coming in and using it. Like,
That's good.
Still has that vibe and the energy. So I know we'll hopefully be back soon, sometime in 2021. Fingers crossed. I know. So right, okay. So just while you're all getting settled. You might, if you haven't done the practice in a while, you might find if you've got a yoga strap or a belt, that might be useful. Also a blanket. If any of you have got any problems with your knees, you might just want to go and grab a cushion just to put underneath, because we will be doing some work on your knees. We're doing a few hip openers today. So just while everyone's getting signed up. Got one lady just trying to get on, so 1 second. Trying to make sure that everyone gets in.
Well, technology to sort out. I can't even type. No, why can't I type anymore?
Just put that down a second.
Harry, I can't even type. Why can't I type?
So let's just try something now. I'm going to try and see if I can switch cameras. I can, look at that. That's pretty awesome. Can you see?
Yeah.
Check me out. Yeah, okay. So you've got close up Dion and far away Dion. Is the sound okay? Can everyone hear us nice and loud?
Yeah, this sounds really good.
Okay, so I'll move that up there. I'm just going to mute my emails so I don't get any. Thanks. Let's get started then. So is everyone ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to start the practice sat up in a comfortable position. So you might want to prop yourself up with a cushion if that helps for you to have your back nice and straight.
That I'm not going to be that much to seeing.
So I'm going to switch you all on to mute now, but if you need to speak to us, you can switch yourself off. Oh, just admit a few minutes, so 1 second. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Good. Okay. It's nice to have a lovely class. Okay. The big class for a change. I miss these big classes. So we've got 17 of you on so far, which is lovely. Okay, meeting you all now. And if you need us, just give us a shout. Okay. So welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me today for this gentle-ish last practice of the year. It's a really good way just to kind of close off 2020 and set some new intentions for the year ahead. My name's Dion Myers, for those of you who don't know me, because I know there's a few faces on here that I haven't taught before. It's my first class back for a few months because I've just been on maternity leave. But yeah, so I should be I'm starting a regular timetable again in January. But here at Love to Yoga, during lockdown, we have classes on 7 days a week for all levels. So if you're interested, check out our website or give us a shout, and we can get you set up and started. So sitting up nice and comfortable, we're going to begin. So today's class is just about kind of relaxing, switching off and really connecting with your mind and body. So I would invite you just to take a few moments and close your eyes for me for a moment. And as you close your eyes, just check in with how your mind and your body feels. Note how the breath is feeling. Note how the body's feeling. As you begin to relax and switch off, take notice of the environment around you. Take notice of the sounds, the temperature in the room. Make any adjustments to your body if you feel slightly uncomfortable. Relax your mouth and jaw. Relax your shoulders. And I invite you to take a deep breath in and exhale out through the mouth. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling out through the mouth. Deep breath in and exhale out. And just finding the natural rhythm of your breath. And as we sit here for a moment, just want you to contemplate the last 12 months. And for most of us, the last 12 months, or for all of us, it's been very different. And what have those last 12 months taught you? Are you more acceptable to change than you thought? Are you more resilient? Can you adapt easily? Being out of our usual routine, how does that make you feel? And take another deep breath in. And just let go and exhale out. And one more time, taking a deep breath in. And exhale out. So we're going to slowly and gently now begin some yogic breathing. So we're just going to inhale for the count of 4 and exhale for the count of 4. I invite you to keep your eyes closed, and that helps you to feel a little bit more connected to the sensations in your body. You don't have to do anything at all with your body other than just sit up nice and tall. You may wish to place your hands on your heart center, or perhaps just rest your hands on your knees. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Inhale, open your eyes and stretch the arms up over your head, bring the palms together, and then exhale, bring the hands down towards the heart center. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, reaching up, stretching the arms out, bring the hands over the head into prayer. Exhale, back to the heart center. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bringing back. Good. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bringing back. Good. We're going to do the Mothering Lotus Mudra now. A little gesture with our hands. So having our hands together into prayer. You're going to inhale, and as you inhale, just turn your hands back to back. As you take another breath in, you take your arms out. And then as you exhale, return the hands back to the heart center. We're going to create a little flower, a little lotus shape with our palms, draw them back to the heart center. Hands together, reverse, sending the arms out. And then as you exhale, return, creating that little lotus flower towards the heart center. So we're just going to do this a few times, just to take your own breath, find your own rhythm with the body. So we do this to help calm and relax the mind and the body. It's a really nice way to connect movement with your breath. But it's also a nice way just to send out some positive energy. So it's called a Mothering Lotus, and the qualities are supposed to be a little bit like qualities of the mother, kind, considerate, compassionate. So it's a really nice thing when you're feeling a little bit low, a little bit down. If you do this for a few minutes, working with your breath, it helps to relax and give you that positive energy. But what I really like about it, it's a really nice way to send positive energy out to any other. So if you know someone who's going through a tricky time, or a friend maybe that you would love to give a cuddle to, but you can't, then maybe just sending some positive energy, some positive thoughts out as you do this. So sending that energy out, charging from the heart, sending that energy out, exhale, bringing it back to the heart. Good. One more time, send it out, and then exhale, bring it back. Keeping the lotus flower, lotus hand gesture at your heart center. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale. As you exhale, send the arms up and over the head and reach up as tall as you can. Now as you reach up, try and rotate the shoulders down and back. Good. Interlace the fingers and stretch the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, maybe look up towards the hands, slightly lifting the chin. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lean over slightly to your right. Now as you lean over to the side, try and keep both hips grounded to the floor. And then back up to the center. And then over to the left. And back up to the center. Let's do that a few more times. Over to the right. Keep stretching the arms, drawing the shoulders back and down. And then back up to the center. And then over to the left. Stretch. And then back up to the center. Inhale, reach up, tilt the head as far back as you can. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, turn the arms back down nice and slowly. And just rotate the shoulders forward and back. Just to gently rub that out. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to do some side stretching now. So placing, it doesn't matter right or left, placing one hand on the floor. And then reaching the other arm up as tall as you can. Just going to move that flamin chop. Good. Now, keeping the hands supported, you want to try and keep both hips grounded as you reach up, tilt your gaze and see if you can look up to your fingertips. Now, as long as there's no tension here in the neck or the shoulders, I want you just to reach up as tall as you can and try and see if you can get your fingertips to reach up that little bit taller towards your ceiling. Good. With the arm extended, you should already feel a nice stretch on the side of the body down into the hip. We're going to slowly bend the grounded hand on the floor, the arm, and reach the arm over. Good. We're not bending the arm, we're keeping the arm nice and straight. Tilting the chest up. You want to try and see if you can gaze to your middle index finger. As you reach up, try not to hold the breath. So take a deep breath in and exhale out. Really feel that stretch all the way along the arm, into the shoulder. Feel the stretch down into the armpit, down the ribs, right down into the hip. Try and ground your hips into the floor. Good. One more deep breath in. And then exhale. As you exhale, you can straighten the arm up and then gently ease yourself back up towards the center. Hands on the knees. You're just going to gently stretch and rock that out. So as you're starting to warm up and waking up your body, notice how the body feels there in the stretch. Notice the difference between the right side of the body and the left side of the body. Notice any sensations that might arise here. Good. Okay, so we're going to do the same on the other side just to balance it out. So opposite side, one hand grounded to the floor. Taking the other arm up and over. You want to reach it up nice and tall. And if you can, take your gaze up towards your index finger. As you stay here for a moment, just begin to stretch the body out. You want to try and lift up as high as you can. So keeping the hips grounded, you're pointing your fingers up towards the ceiling and just trying to stretch out a little bit taller, as if your fingertips might just touch the top of the roof. Good. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale gently out. Bending the supported arm, take the arm over to the side, keeping the arm straight as you can, ground and down into the hips. You want to try and lengthen through the body. So lengthen from the index finger all the way down the hand into the wrist, into the forearm, up arm, shoulder. Feeling that stretch down the shoulder and the armpit, down the side of the ribs, all the way down into the hip. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Try and breathe nice and slowly as you stretch out as far as you can. Deep breath in and exhale it out. Deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Take the arms back up to the top, gaze to the index finger, and then exhale gently. Ease yourself out as a stretch. Place your hands on your knees, and if you can remember which way you went last time, try and rotate in the opposite direction. Okay, notice any feelings or sensations that are working through your body as you move through these stretches. Before we get a little bit more intense with the yoga postures, just remember that your yoga practice is your own. So if you feel any discomfort, any aches or pain when doing any of the postures that we're going to do in today's class, please stop and adjust accordingly. As we work through the sequence, I will be giving a few different options, a few modifications, so it should suit everybody and everybody's body how you're feeling today. So if you're feeling a little bit stiff, we have moved a lot over the Christmas holidays, then just take it easy and maybe just work 80% today. Don't give it your full stretch. For those of you who are quite used to doing a lot of yoga but haven't over the last few weeks, try not to do your full stretch, just take it a little bit easier. Good, well done. Okay, hands back on the knees. We're just going to do a little bit of a sit cat-cow cow posture now. So we're going to arch the back, and I want you to drop your chin down to your chest. As you inhale, you're going to draw the shoulders back and lift your chest, and maybe take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, arch the back, hug it in, so you're trying to curl the spine here. And then inhale, lift up, sorry, exhale, lift up, taking the head back. Inhale, hug it in. Exhale, lift, and lift the chest. Good. Inhale in. And exhale, lift. Inhale it in. Exhale it, lift. Inhale it in. And exhale it, lift. Good. Rotate it out again one more time in that comfortable sit upright position. Good. Rotate the shoulders a little bit forward and back just to work that out. And we're just going to start to open out the neck now. So just dropping the chin down to your chest. Just going to do some gentle half movements. Just dropping the chin from one side of the body to the other. Allow the head to become really heavy. Try and relax your jaw as best you can so you're not holding any tension around the mouth. Our jaw is linked towards our pelvis and our hips. So if you've got a tight clenched jaw, most likely that you have tightness around your hips and your pelvis too. So it's really important to try and relax as much as you can, particularly while we're doing yoga. Good. If you feel comfortable with that neck movement, you might want to go all the way around to a 360. Take the movement really slowly so you feel the stretch right through the neck. So we're doing it's really nice and gentle. The slower, the better. So really be gentle and caring as you move through. Now, as you turn the neck round, if you feel any tension, you might just want to stay in that position just to stretch it out a little bit. Good. Maybe switch direction if that works for you too. Again, I always recommend closing your eyes when you do these movements, just so you can really sink in to the sensations. Beautiful. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly come back up to the center, keeping the spine nice and tall, taking whichever hand you feel comfortable. This is reversed on the camera. Taking your right hand and placing your hand just to the side of your head. We're going to drop the head down towards your shoulders. So you're not pulling down, but with your hand, you're just supporting and pushing down just slightly. Enough that it just, you feel that connection. Good. Take the other arm. I'm just going to place the fingertips down onto the floor if you can, or if you can't, maybe place it on a block or whatever furniture you've got around. Push down into these fingertips ever so slightly and draw the shoulder back. Good. Close your eyes. Draw the shoulders back, drop the chin, just ever so slightly. So you feel a nice stretch all the way down the side of the head, into the neck, into the shoulders. Close your eyes and take a really deep breath in. And then as you exhale, really make a nice vocal exhale. Exhale out nice and loud. Good, and just do that a few times, taking the deepest of breaths in, really feeling the lungs up. And then as you exhale, sigh out. And again, deep breath in. And exhale it out. Good. Okay, we're not going to lift the head, so you're still supporting the head down. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. You're just going to move your hand to the other side of your head without lifting the head. Really slowly and gently, you're just going to support your head and gently bring your head back to the center. Awesome, well done, relax. Maybe rotate the shoulders or maybe give the head a little side-to-side movement, a little jiggle. And we'll try it on the other side. Taking the opposite hand, supporting the side of your head, dropping your head down towards your shoulders. Extending the other arm down towards the floor, just slightly pushing your fingertips into the floor. Drawing both shoulders back, slightly dropping the chin, closing your eyes. And just breathing deeply into the stretch, taking the deepest breath in through the nose. And then exhaling out through the mouth. Deep breath in and exhale. exhale and let go. As we stay in these stretches, just notice any feelings or sensations or emotions that might be working through the mind and the body as we go through the practice. Notice how the mind and the body is beginning to relax and settle into the stretches. Deep breath in and exhale out. Good. Okay, taking the hand back to the other side of the head and slowly and gently support your head all the way back up to that upright position. Awesome. Okay, rubbing the shoulders or just giving the head a little bit of side movement just to stretch that. Good. Okay, one more posture as we come on the floor. We're just going to get a little bit more active after this next one. We're going to take the arms out. We're going to do a half eagle pose. So for those of you not used to this, it looks complicated, but once you've got it, it's quite easy. It's a really nice stretch across our shoulders. So take the arms out in front. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to place your right arm just above your left elbow, like so. So sometimes it's good if you do it with a bit of momentum and you kind of fling it across. Good. Bring the other hand up in front of the face, like so. And you're going to turn your right palm up to the sky. As you turn your right palm up to the sky, you're going to reach round and see if you can grasp a hold of your fingers, your thumb, or your wrist. Okay, so we've got this kind of knot thing going on with the arms. Okay. If you can't hold on to anything, just hold on to your wrist, it's fine. Brilliant. Looking good. Okay, now you've got that movement, lifting your elbows slightly, so you're looking into your forearms, and you should already feel a stretch across your shoulder blades here. Good, stay here and just breathe into it. If you feel comfortable with this stretch, maybe lifting the arms a little bit higher, lifting the elbows up. And then to go into the deepest stretch, we're just going to slightly bend forward and stay here for a moment and breathe. If this is too much, ease off. Good. Deep breath in, exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to the top. And then exhale, release the arms and rub those shoulders out. Lovely. Okay, let's try the other side. So taking the arms out in front, left arm over the right, slightly above the elbow if you can. Bringing the hand in front of your face, turning the left palm up as you reach round, trying to bind onto something. Good. Okay, once you feel comfortable, if you wish to go a little bit deeper, lifting the elbows up. Take a few moments here, breathing nice and deeply, just getting used to the stretch. See if you can take the elbows a little bit higher. And then for the deepest stretch, you're going to reach forward and just arch the back, dropping the head down, gazing into the forearms. Taking a few deep breaths here, nice and gentle. Good. Inhale, release, and let go. Brilliant work. Okay, so we're going to come onto our knees now. So just gently adjust yourself. If you need to put any extra support under your knees, a rolled up blanket or a cushion. We're not going to stay too long, but we're just going to open up the lower back and the hips. Switch cameras and come over here. Okay. So on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees about hip distance apart. I want you to try and release your ankles. So try to have your toes tucked under, releasing the upper parts of the feet gently onto the floor. When you're working on all fours, you want to make sure that you're spreading your fingers and that each finger is connected to the floor. Starting nice and slow, just going to do a few little hip wiggles, so just open the hips side to side, wiggle on the bottom. I like to think like you've got a big bushy tail and just wagging that from one side to the other. And then from here, we're going to do some bigger circles. So you're going to circle around with your hips. And as you begin to circle around, try and bring a little bit of weight and shift that weight in towards your wrists. And then as you exhale, begin to drop your bottom back down towards your heels. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dropping back down. Good. Inhale and back. So what this does is begins to open up the wrist. So as we lean forward, we begin to put a little bit of pressure, which helps to strengthen the wrists and gets that movement in. It also opens up the hips. Ready for when we start a bit more of a deeper practice. Maybe switch direction now. So if you're going around the right way, go left. Good. Deep movements. Try to sink as low as you can, coming forward into the wrist. Exhale and let go. Good. Inhale, come back to all fours. And then from here, we're going to come into our first downward dog of the practice. So now tucking your toes in, you're going to inhale, you're going to lift your bum up into the sky, and you're going to drop your head gazing towards your navel. If you can, begin to pad your heels down into the floor. So dropping one heel down and then the other. Good. If you can, gaze towards your navel or your knees as you begin to stretch out the calves and the back of the hamstrings. Drawing your shoulder blades slightly away from you, allowing the head to be completely relaxed. So releasing any tension on the neck by looking down towards your tummy or to the gap between your legs. Good. Inhale, come back down onto the knees, and as you exhale, drop the bottom down and come into child's pose for a moment, sinking down towards your heels, stretching the arms out in front. Staying here for a moment and just noticing the sensations and feelings that are working through your body right now. And then inhale, coming back onto all fours, and we're going to thread the needle now. So taking the right arm up into the sky, reaching the chest up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, threading the right arm through, dropping the head down towards the mat. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale and release and let go. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale and release. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale and release. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale out and release. Well done. Coming back onto all fours. Switching sides. Left arm goes up. Exhale, threads through. Dropping the head down if you can to the floor. And then inhaling up. Exhaling out. Good. Inhale and reaching up. Exhale out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale out. One more. Inhale, reaching up. And exhaling out. Good. Coming back to all fours, down to dog, lifting the hips as high as you can. Dropping the head down. Taking some deep breaths here. For those of you who are a little bit more flexible in the back of the hamstrings and the heels, you can drop the heels down towards the floor. For those of you who are on your tiptoes, that's fine. Just maybe gently pad it out. Walk the dog, dropping one heel down and then the other. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Good. Well done. Anytime you feel comfortable in this pose, just drop out and come down to your knees. Good. From here, we're going to take the right arm, and you're going to take the right arm, and you're going to hold onto the left heel for a moment. Good. And then exhale, release, taking the left hand, holding on to the right heel. And then exhale, release, come out. Coming down to your knees, dropping the hips down, stretching out into child's pose. In this child's pose, we're going to bend our elbows and just place your hands behind your head. You might wish to place your hands into prayer, or you can just clasp your hands and place your fingers. Dropping the head down, just support the overhead. Pushing into the elbows, staying here and just breathing for a few moments. Good. Noticing any feelings or sensations working through the body. And then exhale, coming back out, coming back onto all fours. Bringing the right foot to the outside of the right hand, and slightly, I'll just move on to the side here so you can see. We're going to slightly open up the hips by lunging slightly forward and then exhaling, coming back. Now as you lunge forward, don't go too deep. You want to make sure that your knee doesn't go too far over your ankle. And as you exhale, don't need to lengthen the leg completely straight, okay? So the idea is like bend still in the knee. So lunging forward, exhaling back. Remember to spread your fingers and making sure that each finger is connected to the mat or to the floor. Well done. For those of you who wish to go for a slightly deeper stretch, you can lift your toes off the floor, being forward and back slightly. Nice and gentle. Brilliant work. Okay, from here, placing the right forearm onto the right thigh. I'm going to lunge slightly forward just so you can find your balance. Excellent. Taking the left arm, we're just going to do some gentle twists. So we're going to take the arm round. And as we take the arm round, I want you to see if you can follow your chest with your wrist. So you're taking the arm round and the chest is following the wrist round. Deep stretches. Good. Try a few of these movements with a straight arm. And then slightly bend the elbow as you come round. And just notice any sensations, any differences there with that slight movement of the arm. From the arm being straight, and the arm being bent. Good, nice and gentle. Beautiful work. Okay, one more. And then exhale, hands back to the mat, back to all fours. Wiggle the bottom here. If you wish, maybe add in a quick downward dog just to stretch out the back. Drop the head down. Take a few moments just to connect with the breath. Deep inhale in, exhale out. Beautiful. Excellent. From here, coming back down onto your knees. And then this time we do the left side. So left foot out to the side, hands on the floor, spread the fingers. When you feel ready, just gently begin to lean forward and slightly back. Noticing the sensations. You might notice a slight difference between the right side of the body and the left side. As you lean forward and back. Nice and gentle. For those of you who want a slightly deeper stretch, maybe lift the toes off the floor. But remember here, as we start to open up the hips, that will also work on the wrists, so you should feel a slight warmth now in the creases of the wrists by lunging forward and back. Looking good. That's it. Okay, one more. And then bringing the left forearm to the left thigh. Slightly leaning forward, finding your balance. So if you find that your balance is not great, you can tuck the back foot under. And some people find that a little bit easier. You often find when you're practicing in the morning that your balance is not as good as it is on the evening. And that's because our body's a little bit dehydrated. So if you find that you're really off today and your balance is all over the shop, drink a lot more water and you'll find it's a little bit easier. Okay, forearm to the thigh, take the arms around, big circles. Try if you can to follow the hands, so allow the chest to follow around. Good. So by following the hand around, you just get a slightly deeper stretch, a little bit deeper, and working through the body. Try to bend the elbow on some of the rotations and just notice any difference. Good. I really find with the arm bent, I slightly get a little bit deeper into my shoulder joints. Good. Nice big circles. 2 and 3. One more. Good. Well done. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Back onto all fours. Wiggle the bottom side to side. And a downward dog. Just to stretch out that lower back. Dropping the head down. Hug the heels down to the floor if you need to. Don't force the heels down. Making sure that the hands are flat. Slightly tilting the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, come down. And as you sit down, go back into child's pose, stretching the arms out to the side. Good. With the arms out to the side, today I want you to see if you can just turn your palms slightly up towards the sky. And if you can, rest the forehead onto the mat. Notice any sensations, notice how the arms and shoulders feel with the hands turned slightly up. If it feels too uncomfortable and a little bit too alien for you, round the palms back into the floor. Nice and gentle, releasing and letting go. Notice how the breath feels as you inhale and exhale. Notice the body. Can you feel any hot spots in the body? Any parts of your body that feel particularly warm or maybe slightly cool? Checking in with how the mind is at the moment. Are you feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed? Good. Exhale, release, coming out. And we're going to come onto our buttocks. We're going to take the legs slightly out to the side, toes pointing up. Like we did at the beginning of the class, we're just going to start off by doing a little bit of rotation. So we're just going to do big circles with our hips. Now I want you to notice the pelvis here. Notice how that feels. So as you lean forward, feel the pelvis slightly tilting forward. And as you lean back, see if you can feel the bony parts of your bottom, your sit bones, as you rub into the ground, into the floor. Good. Switch direction, going the other way. And then inhale, come back to the middle. Placing the hands just on the floor in front of you. Can be hands flat or fingertips. You can point and flex the foot. Good. Stretching out, noticing the tension in the back of the calves and the movement of the muscles, and we begin to point and flex. Lovely. And then exhale, release the heels down to the floor and just give the legs a little bit of a shake. Good. If you can, as we do the next stretches, I want you to try and keep your toes not forcefully pointing up towards the ceiling, but make sure that the toes are not pointing down. So you want the toes pointing up towards the ceiling in a comfortable manner. Okay, so while the legs have this. Does that make sense? Can you see nothing there? Okay. Okay. We're going to slowly begin to walk our fingers forward. And as we tilt forward, I want you to think about you shifting your pelvis slightly forward. So if you stay upright, and you don't tilt your pelvis and you walk your fingers forward, you begin to arch the back. What we're going to try and do is tilt into. We're just going to take our hands for a walk. Don't force it, just go to wherever you feel comfortable. And once you get to that point where you feel you can't shift any further, just stay there and push the palms into the floor. Some of you might be able to get all the way down to your forearms and rest on your forearms. That's fine, that's great if your body's there today. Good. Now remember the feet. Now point the toes up towards the ceiling. Relax the head and drop the chin down to the chest. And just take a few moments and breathe. As you stay here and breathe, you should really feel the back of the hamstrings beginning to work. And you'll be generating a little bit of a deeper stretch and a heat here. Just sit with this for a moment and breathe into the stretch. If it's at all painful, uncomfortable, slightly come out. Maybe give the foot and the leg a little bit of a wiggle and then go back in. And then inhale, come up. Taking the hands back to the floor, just slowly walk the hands back, coming back up to an upright position. Taking the right hand, you're going to reach down and see if you can hold onto your right foot, ankle or shin, just wherever you feel comfortable. Good. From here, take the other arm up into the sky, a little bit like we did at the beginning of the class. I want you to gaze up to your left hand. Well done. From here, you're going to lean over, and as you lean over, see if you can take your left hand over, either hold onto your right hand, hold onto the foot, hold onto the wrist, elbow forward. Basically, just grab onto what you can do. Okay. From here, we're going to make a little window with our arms, and we're trying to just gaze and peek through with our head looking up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, and exhale out and release. Deep breath in, and exhale out and release. Inhale, take the left arm back up into the sky, and then bring the right arm up. Two, and then just wiggle it out with our hips. And then we'll do the other side. So just wiggle out a few circles right and left, move it over to the other side, grasping a hold of your left foot with your left hand, reaching up with the right arm, gazing up towards the sky. And then exhale, take the arm over, going onto the foot, elbow, whatever you can hold on to, creating that little window. And see if you can stretch. So by stretching, you're lifting the left shoulder away as you gaze up towards the sky. That's it. Looking beautiful. Good. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Well done. Inhale, reaching up. Slowly coming all the way out, back to that neutral position, upright position. And then let's just rub it out. Okay, so we're working up now, so we're going to check our balance. Now that we've stretched out the back of the legs, and we're grounding our hips into the floor using our sit bone, we're going to see if we can use this to help our balance. So just make sure that there's nothing behind you that you can hurt yourself with. Good if there's a wall or a sofa nearby, a little bit of cushioning. So we're going to sit nice and straight, grounding the hips into the floor. Bend your knees, and I want you to see if you can hook your toes, your fingers around your toes. Okay. The reason why we hook around our toes is that you get a better grip and you're less likely to slip. If you hold on to the feet, you're more likely to lose the grip and that will affect the balance. From here, we're just going to lean back slightly and lift the heels off the floor. Now, for some of you, this might be as far as you go today. You might not go any further. If you feel comfortable, you might just want to rock forward and back. Just get used to finding that biting point, that catch and balance, catch and egg. And just see if you can stay here, nice, calm, relaxing breath. Good. If you feel comfortable, you might want to lift the legs a little bit higher, and then maybe eventually take the legs all the way out. For those of you who can do this comfortably, you want to point the toes, lift the chest, take the head completely back. So taking the chin all the way up to the sky, keeping the toes and the legs pointing, activate everything. Lift the kneecaps up towards the thighs and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Exhale and release. Bringing the feet together as if the feet were in prayer. Interlace the fingers around the hands and draw your knees as wide as you feel comfortable. So what we're doing here is hugging the feet in towards our tummy, allowing the knees to go wide. So we're getting a deeper stretch in the body here. You might want to wiggle a little bit side to side if you feel comfortable with that. If you lose your balance at any time, just bring the feet down to the floor and just allow the knees just to open up naturally to where they feel comfortable. Don't necessarily push. A lot of times if you're a little bit tighter in the hips, your knees might be a little bit higher up. That's fine. Maybe just sit with that. So maybe placing your hands around your feet and just use your forearms to put a little bit of gentle pressure, not forcing anything down towards the side. Good. Everybody bring the legs down now. Good. We're going to take the feet and we're going to peel the feet open. So as if we're reading a book with our feet. Soles of the feet are going to point up towards the sky. Keeping a hold of the feet all the time and pulling the feet apart. This helps to strengthen our ankles. We're going to sit nice and tall and keep the chest nicely lifted. Keeping the back as straight as you can. I want you to begin to tilt forward as far as you feel comfortable. As you tilt forward, think about lengthening, so the chin is going forward, so you're sticking your chin out slightly as you reach forward. You can gently press the inner thighs in with your forearms and elbows. We're just doing force. Today's class is all about just being with the body, being with where we are right now, checking in, feeling those sensations that might arise as we're doing these stretches and movements. Good. And exhale out and release. Coming all the way back. Good. Shake out the legs. So we've opened up the shoulders, we've opened up the hips, and we've stretched out the legs. So we're going to go to the last part of the class before we go into relaxation, doing some more vigorous movements. If at any point this feels a little bit too much for you, just ease off and maybe just step out, do some little modification. Take a few breaths and just join in when you can. So from here, we're going to do some sun salutations just to get our body up and waiting. So standing up nice and tall. Coming to the edge of your mat, feet together and sandals to heat. Good. Shake it out a little bit because we've been doing a lot of forward there. Excellent. Okay, feet together, hands down by your side. Looking forward. Take a few moments just to connect with the breath. As we inhale, we're just going to move the body nice and gentle by taking the arms out of the side, reaching up, gazing up towards the thumbs. And then exhale back to the heart center. Let's just do that 3 more times. 2 more times. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Inhale, this time reach up, gaze towards your hands. And as you exhale, either hinge forward and see if you can take your hands to the floor. You can bend your knees if you need to. Dropping your hands to the floor, drop the head forward, bend Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway, looking up, create a little bit of a table here. You place your hands on your shins. And then exhale, dropping back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the right leg back into a lunge. And you can either stay here and push the heel away from you, or you can drop your shin down to the floor. Stay here for a moment, just bear down, pushing the pelvis down towards the floor. Keep the chest lifted, breathe nice and deeply. Good. From here, we're going to bring our front leg to meet our back leg as we come into plank. Slightly bring your weight slightly over onto your wrist, onto the tips of your toes. Hold this here for 1, 2, 3. And then either exhale all the way down to the floor, or for those of you doing chaturanga, just hovering on your hands and your feet, belly lifted off the mat. Inhale, cobra, or upward dog, lifting the chest, tighten the feet. Lift the chest, gaze up towards the ceiling, shoulders back. And then exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet slightly in, see if you can begin to ground your heels towards the floor. Either taking your dog for a walk, taking one heel down and then the other. Nice deep stretches, relaxing the neck, gazing towards the navel. Good, well done. Inhale, slightly look towards the hands. Bring that right foot back as close as you can towards your hands, in the middle of your hands to come back into a lunge. You might not be able to do this movement in one go, so if you need to, bring the right foot as far as you can, holding on to the back of the calf or the ankle. Just slightly help the foot forward as you come into that lunge. Good, grounding down, bearing down to the earth. 3, 4, 5, back foot to meet the front foot. Slowly coming back into that forward fold, Uttanasana, dropping the head down. Ardha Uttanasana, look up. Uttanasana, forward fold again. Inhale, coming back up to a standing position. Take the arms nice and wide. Reaching up towards the sky. Gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, back to the heart. Samasthiti, hands down by your side. Brilliant. Let's do that again, but on the left side. Inhale, reaching the arms up into the air. Gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, fall forward, bend the knees if you need to, but get the hands flat on the floor, drop the head down. Inhale, come up, flat back, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold again, drop the head down. Inhale, step the left leg back this time into a lunge. Stay here, bear down. Now shin can meet the floor if that's easy for you, if you're more comfortable, or if you can't, have the left leg straight. Finding whatever works for you, take your time, try and keep the breath nice and steady. Good, 3, 4, 5. Front leg to meet the back leg as we come into a plank, bringing the weight slightly over the wrist onto the tips of the toes, belly in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale all the way down to the floor, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. So difference, cobra, upward dog. Legs are off the floor, you just balance out on the upside of your feet. Hands are flat on the floor. Chest is lifted, arms straight looking back. Cobra, the legs are on the floor and your elbows a little bit more bent here. It's just a slightly gentler back bend. From here, tuck toes under downward dog. Lifting the hips, tilting the pelvis. Dropping the head down, breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. Noticing any sensations that might arise here, noticing the breath in the body. Good. From here, step the left leg forward towards the hands. Again, you might have to do this in a few steps, not necessarily all in one go. Once you've found your lunge, take a few moments to just bear down and breathe. Good. Back foot to meet the front foot, coming back into a forward fold. Dropping the head down, bend the knees if you need to. Try and get those hands flat on the floor. Inhale, slowly coming all the way up to the top, reaching your arms up over your head. Exhale to the heart. Samasthi. Brilliant work. Okay, so now that we're a little bit more warmed up, we're going to add a little bit more into this vinyasa. I'm just going to do a short 5-minute flow. So feet together, Samasthi. Inhale, tip your arms over the head. As you exhale, we'll tip your arms wide. You're going to swan dive down towards the mat. Dropping the head, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, either hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor, look up. Exhale, dropping the head back down. Step, or if you wish, jump down to the chaturanga or down all the way to the floor. Good. Inhale, cobra. Exhale back. Tuck the toes under, downward dog, lifting the hips as high as you can. Take a few moments just to stay here and settle into the stretch. We're going to lift the right leg up into the sky. And just see if you can slightly twist your gaze, looking out to your right. 3, 4, 5. Bringing the right knee to the right elbow. You're going to lunge forward and then take it back. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, lunge forward. Exhale it back. Inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, take it back. This time, as you lunge forward, you're going to bring your right knee towards your right wrist. You're going to lengthen your left leg, and we're going to come into pigeon pose. So I'll just turn around to where you're sure. So your right knee comes forward, and your left leg is at the back. You can place your hands in front of you to help you keep balance. You're going to inhale and lift your chest, look up towards the sky. Gorgeous. From here, exhale, lunging forward if you feel comfortable. You might want to bring your forearms to the floor, drop your head down. Good. Well done. 3, 4, 5. Good. Nice and slowly bring the hands back to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Bring the right leg back onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, downward dog. Good. From here, let's do the left side. So then take the left leg up into the sky, gazing over towards the left. And then bring the knee towards the elbow, lunging forward. 1, take it back. 2, take it back. 3, take it back. Good. This time, bring the knee all the way through towards the left wrist. Coming back into pigeon pose on the left side now. Adjusting yourself any way you feel comfortable. Lifting the hips, lifting the chest. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, hinging forward. Dropping the head if you feel comfortable. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. Wonderful, well done. Inhale, looking up, bring the hands back to the mat. Good. Coming back onto all fours. Good work. Okay, wiggle the bottom side to side, tuck the toes under. Good. Okay, from here we're going to tuck the toes and come back into downward dog. And then from downward dog, we're going to move into dolphin pose. So dolphin pose is bringing your forearms to the floor, keeping your hips high. For those of you who are comfortable with forearm balances, you might want to pick up here. You'll eat it if you feel comfortable. Good. Inhale, dropping the head down and just feeling that stretch through the body. If forearm pose is not working for you, you can drop down into puppy dog pose. Good. Nice, well done. And then exhale, dropping back down towards your knees, coming into downward dog again. So coming onto your hands this time. Beautiful. Okay. From downward dog, you kick your right leg up into the sky. And this time you're going to bend your right knee looking through. And then we're going to come into wild thing from here. So you're going to bring your right foot to the side. And you're going to inhale, lift your hips and lift your chest, take your arm out to the side. Good. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bring it back. Back to downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the left knee, look through the gap. Stay here for a moment, finding support through the arms and the foot, feeling grounded. If you feel comfortable, taking the foot back into wild thing. If not, just stay where you are. Foot comes back, keep the hips lifted, head back, lift the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale back into downward dog. Dropping the head, tilting the pelvis up. 3, 4, 5. Exhale down into the knees. Sink the hips down, coming into child's pose. Stay here for a moment and breathe. Good. Inhale, downward dog. Okay, this time kicking the right leg back. You're going to bring the right foot all the way through towards your hands. We're going to come into warrior 1. So the right foot forward, the right knee bent. You're going to inhale, hips in line with the right knee. Take your arms over your head, palms together, lift the chest and take your head right back. Good. The back leg should be nice and straight, foot turned out the sides as before. Stay here and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, take the hands down to the floor, slightly in front of the right foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up. We're going to come into warrior 3 from here. Now you can keep your hands on the floor if you wish. If you feel comfortable, releasing your hands out to the side or out in front or hands to the heart center, whichever you find more comfortable. Stay here and breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, drop that back leg back down to the floor, coming back into warrior 1, arms up into the sky. Exhale, take the arms wide, lift the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Step into plank. Exhale down to the floor and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog, hips nice and high. Kick the left leg back. Exhale, bring the left leg all the way through, coming into warrior 1 on the left. Arms up into the sky, chest lifted, head back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hands come back down to the floor, slightly in front of the left foot. Step forward, lift the back leg up. Find your balance. Take a few moments here. Arms in front, out to the side, or heart center, whichever you feel more comfortable with. 2, 3, good work. 4, 5. Take the back leg down, back into warrior 1 on the left. 2, 3, 4. Spread the arms, lift the chest, hit the arms wide. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hands to the mat. Back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breathing, nice and gentle. Walking the feet forward towards the hands. Hands on your waist. Inhale, come all the way up, back into standing. If you can, step it out to your side. So you want to make sure that the legs are pointed forward and your hands are on your waist. Good. Okay, one more stretch. I'm just going to slow it down for now before we go into relaxation. Hands on your chest. It's not hands on your chest. Hands on your waist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, we're going to drop forward. If you can, take your hands to your mat. Inhale, look up, flat back. you're going to drop your head down as close as you can to the mat. Now you're going to do this by bending your elbows and tilting forward and leaning into your toes. Some of you might be able to get the head to the floor, don't worry if you can't. The trick here is to lean and breathe. Good. Let's make sure that the legs are engaged though, and that the knees are lifted, and that you're grounded into the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up. Bringing your hands to your waist. Inhale, straighten all the way up to the top. Exhale and release. Well done. Let's do that again. This time, keeping the hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fall forward, allowing the crown of the head to go as low as you can towards the floor. Good. Release the neck, drop the chin slightly down towards the chest. Good. Now, while you're here and you're in this movement, think about trusting in your body and leaning forward a little bit more into your toes. Good. Lean rather than thinking about head down. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. One breath all the way back up to the top. Exhale out and release. Okay, so we've got a few minutes left to start a little bit late. We're going to try one more time. This time we're going to do a forward fold. We're going to just see if we can get a little float with your legs. Okay, so we're going to try and do a little sort of headstand. It's not a headstand, it's a little float. If you don't wish to do it, then just do what we've just done with the forward bends, placing the hands on the floor and then again with the hands on the waist. Okay, so the trick to this movement, if I show you on this camera, it's probably a bit easier. So you take your legs wide, and this time, rather than take your hands closer to your feet, you're going to take your hands a little bit further away. From here, you're going to drop forward and see if you can get your head on the floor. Keeping the elbows bent, you're going to bring your weight into your toes by leaning forward, and just see if your feet can fluctuate slightly off the floor, and then back down. Okay? The trick again is to lean forward and extend the legs as much as you can, point the toes, okay? What we're looking for here is a little float. We're not looking for a big full headstand unless you're comfortable. So for those of you who can do a headstand and done this plenty of times in my class, you can go up and do your thing. For those of you who are new to this, I just want you to see if you can engage and feel a little lift. The toes might not leave the floor yet, but we're just working on connecting the muscles and lifting the hips to give that a go. So let's give it a go. I'm going to come forward so I can see you as best I can on camera and help you as much as I can. Hands slightly in front, head down. If you're not used to putting pressure on your head, don't worry about that. We'll take time, and when we're back into the studio, I can really help you with that. You can put a little towel, but not a cushion underneath you if you feel like you need a little bit of support. Maybe the blanket folded over once or twice. So you're leaning forward. Elbows in. Now make sure that the elbows aren't wide. You want your elbows slightly hugged in. So you've got this nice foundation. And then just tilt forward, drop the head down. Good, Phil. Excellent. Nice. That's it, Jill. Good. Okay, so begin to lean forward and come slightly into your toes as you lean forward. Brilliant. Loving this. Well done. That's it. Good, good, good. That's good. It's good. Okay, one more breath and then come out. Okay, so for those of you who feel that you haven't quite got the balance, when you take your hands in front, make sure that your elbows don't do this. You want your elbows tucked in, not this. So if you imagine, if you've got your elbows slightly in line, follow this like this, as you lean forward, you're getting that better foundation. So, best angle, right, okay. Hands forward, my elbows bend behind us, not out to the side. So when I come onto my head, I've got that stronger foundation, so I'm going to lift my feet off the floor. Okay, so just try little practices with those. Well done. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Okay, coming down onto the floor. I want you to lie down. Have a blanket nearby. We're not quite going into Shavasana yet. We're just going to wind things down just quickly. So lying on the floor, Bring your awareness again to your breath. You might wish to bring your knees into your chest and just slightly hug that out for a few breaths. Good. From here, let's go into happy baby pose. So holding on to the outside of your feet or your ankles, keeping your knees bent. Lift your heels up towards the ceiling, but keep your head and shoulders grounded towards the floor. And then gently begin to move side to side. For those of you who were working on opening up the hips, try and draw your hips or draw your knees closer to the floor. So pull with your feet, your knees towards the floor. That's it. And you can either just stay in this position, or sometimes you might wish to add a wiggle, just working with what works for you today and what feels right. Well done. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, keeping the knees bent. Take your arms alongside your body, palms facing down. And then inhale, just going to do a few hip lifts. So inhale, lifting the hips up, keeping the feet grounded. Exhale, back down. We'll do 3 more of those. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling it back. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling back. 1 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring it back. Good. This time, let's lift it and stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, lift. Good. Stay and breathe. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. Gently allow the hips to come back down to the earth. Hug the knees into the chest and gently rock it out. Okay, we're going to get ready for Shavasana now. So get yourself nice and comfortable, lying flat on your back. You might wish to turn your lights off if you can, close the curtains. If you've got a covering for your eyes, you might wish to place that over your head. Just take a few moments to get settled down. Okay. So getting comfortable, bringing awareness to your breath. Notice any feelings or sensations that are arising now in the body. Notice how the mind and body feels now to how it felt at the beginning of the class. Allow your body to sink into the mat. Allow your body to settle deep into the earth. Take note that this is your time, your moment, and nothing else matters. Just like a bird stops to rest on a branch of a tree, allow your body to rest on your breath. Feel your breath flowing through your body and let go. Feel the bones of the body heavily sinking into the earth and let go. Notice any sensations or feelings arising in the body and let go. Bring your awareness to your heart center and imagine a ball of light with energy of prana circling your heart. As you inhale, the light grows brighter. As you exhale, the light expands around the body. Inhale, relaxation. Exhale away any tension or stress. Inhale, relaxation. Exhale away. Slowly bring awareness back to the present. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring energy back into the body. Maybe hugging the knees, slowly, gently back into the body, rocking from side to side. Taking a deep breath in, and then exhaling out. Take another deep breath in, exhaling out. Placing the soles of the feet on the floor. Inhale, reach up and stretch the arms over your head. And then as you exhale, side out, bring the arms back down. Good. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. Inhaling up, exhaling out. One more. Inhale, reaching up, exhaling out. Good. Hugging the knees in. Taking your time, maybe rocking side to side. And when you feel ready, slowly allowing yourselves to come back up to an upright sit position. So apologies that I've gone over. I think I'm just not used to teaching again in 60 minutes. So I'm trying to squeeze so much in for you as much as I can. So once you're upright, let's rub our hands together, create some heat, warmth and energy as fast as we can. And then keeping the eyes closed, place the hands over your eyes and just take a moment. Take a few moments just to breathe and just to check in with how the mind and the body's feeling right now. Create some gaps between your fingers and open your eyes and welcome back. Okay. So before we go, we'll do a little arm, but can I just wish you all a Happy New Year, and let's hope 2021 is a little bit different. And let's hope things start to go back to the way we used to have things, and hopefully maybe by the spring we'll be back in the shallow and practicing together. But thank you everyone who's been continuing the classes over the last year. I know it's been really difficult for us all. So let's just hands together into a prayer position and send out some good energy and good vibes to you all, and wish you a really peaceful New Year. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get you off mute, but I can't. Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.